What's going on, everybody? It's Neil from 2AF. Weird things about the gun industry, part 5-6. This is an old Bushmaster XM15, basically their version of an AR-15. You see what the caliber is listed as? It says 223-556. Now, we're not going to talk a lot about this today, but 223 and 556 are not exactly the same. So there is a difference. And if there is a difference, why were they putting 223 and 556? A lot of the older Colts said 223 only. But here's really the weird thing. If they said 223 only, but the chambers on the guns were 556. If you've got a gun like that and you're not sure, don't pay attention too much to what's written on the receiver. Just take a look at your barrel. And if the barrel's any good anyway, it'll have some markings on there. And it'll tell you what chamber is on that barrel. So like you see here, it's 556. Now these days, it's probably going to be pretty uncommon for you to find anything other than 556 chambers, with the exception of, and don't get confused by this, 223 Wild, right? So 223 Wild is kind of its own thing. It was made to be in between a true 223 chamber and a 556 chamber, and you can shoot either caliber out of that. But like I said, these days, pretty much everything's 556. Back in maybe the early 2000s or the late 90s or before, there was some companies doing 223 back then. But these days, it's not really the case. Pretty much everything you're going to get is going to be a 556 chamber. And honestly, the markings on the guns now, a lot of times they just say multi. But again, just another weird thing about the gun industry. Why did they put Mark 223 on the receiver when they put a 556 chamber? I have no idea.